Hello, my name is Brittany Hart and I'm the ringside reporter for the Eastern Hockey League. As we wrap up the regular season, we still have many question marks on who will be joining us in Westchester, Pennsylvania for this year's edition of the Frozen Finals. Stay tuned to hear updates in the league standings and the breakdown of the playoff format in every division. And with that, let's start making our way around the E-Show presented by the Penalty Box Foundation. As of Sunday, February 15th, the New Hampshire Avalanche have officially clinched the number 1 seed in the North Division. As a result, they will now face off with the number 4 seed in the second round of the playoffs, as the first round is strictly for the Central and South Divisions. With only 4 teams in the North Division, only 2 rounds of playoffs are required to determine a champion and who will move on to Westchester. As for the remaining 3 teams, the Wolves and Spartans appear to be jockeying for second place, but don't count out the Lumberjacks yet, as a strong finish could pull them out of 4th place in the division. The Wolves currently have 32 games played with 37 points, while the Spartans have played 35 games, earning 35 total points to date. Although the Lumberjacks are a bit behind in scheduling, they have been able to capture 27 points in 30 total games. If all stays the same in the standings, the Wolves and Spartans will face off for a 3-game series, while the Lumberjacks and Avalanche will finally face off in the postseason, after last year's series was unfortunately never able to be completed. Once the second round concludes, the remaining 2 North teams will face off with a trip to finals on the line. Moving to the Central Division, as of Tuesday, February 16th, the Boston Junior Rangers have officially clinched the number 1 seed, as the Valley Junior Warriors were able to defeat the Walpole Express. Speaking of the Express, it appears that this team will clinch the number 2 seed, as they currently have a commanding lead over the 3rd place team. Once we arrive at 3rd place, that's where things get a bit interesting, as between the Railers, Chiefs, Wizards, and Seahawks, seeds 3 through 6 may not be clinched to the final day of the regular season. Last but not least, the Warriors appear to be locked in at 7, but don't sleep on the only team that has wins over the Rangers, Express, and Avalanche this season. The playoff format for the first round in the Central Division is as follows. The 2nd seed will face off with the 7th seed, the 3rd seed will face off with the 6th seed, and the 4th and 5th seeds will duel it out. Once the first round concludes, the remaining teams will then be reseeded. The second round will feature seeds 1 and 4 facing off, while 2 and 3 will face off as well. The winners of each of those series will then face off in yet again another 3-game series to see who will be joining us at the Frozen Finals. As for the South, the New Jersey 87s were the first team to clinch the number 1 seed, and with that, they have earned themselves a first round bye. It is still very unclear who will earn the second first-round bye in the South, but it is clear that it will come down to either Team Maryland or the Philadelphia Little Flyers. As for the first-round series, the playoff format down south is usually what we have in the Mid-Atlantic Conference, with seeds 3 and 6 facing off, as well as 4 and 5, in a pair of 3-game series. From there, the second and third round format matches up perfectly with the Central Division, as the South will also trim down from 4 teams to 2, and eventually the 1 team advancing to the Frozen Finals. As for the new at-large bid we are introducing this season, once all 3 division champions are crowned, the remaining 14 teams will be merged into a set of overall league standings. Right now, the Walpole Express are in the driver's seat for this position, but as we've seen in years past, anything can happen in the postseason. As for the EHLP, there are 2 divisions with 3 teams apiece, as the North and South will follow the same format, with the first seed earning a bye. Seeds 2 and 3 will then face off to figure out who will face the top seed with a trip to finals on the line. As for the Central Division, a 4 vs 5 play-in game will result in 4 teams advancing to the second round, and a consistent breakdown will send 1 eventual champion to Westchester. In total, 4 EHL teams and 3 EHLP teams will be advancing to this year's Frozen Finals. And although it may seem like a far ways away, we will know who those 7 teams are in just over a month. And with that, be sure to visit easternhockeyleague.org for a breakdown of the full schedule in Westchester. And we hope to see you at the 2021 EHL Frozen Finals.